Hey guys, it's Mr. Robinson. Just wanted to sit down and kind of review what you guys have been going over the last couple days real quick, and then walk through a few sample walkthrough problems with you. But basically we've done a few things since I've been gone. Number one, we guys learned how to solve with substitution. So let's take a look. See, basically what that involved was, let's say we had two equations, like y equals 2x plus 4 and y equals negative 3. Well, if we had that, if that was the case, there was a couple ways you could solve it, but basically what we were doing is we just set the equations as equal. Since we know that it's a system, there's only one point where the two would be equal. So you take this negative 3 and plug it in here, so we get negative 3 is equal to 2x plus 4. And then we could take 4 away from both sides. That would go away, so we'd have negative 7 is equal to 2x. Then we would divide both sides by 2, and we would get x is equal to negative 7/2. And I know that's an ugly number, but that's okay, because we don't mind fractions, especially when we're solving in slope-intercept form. So to figure out what the rest of that answer would be, I would just plug it back into my original equation, y equals 2 parentheses negative 7/2 parentheses plus 4. 2 times negative 7/2 is just going to be 2 times negative 7 is negative 14, divided by 2 is negative 7, so y is going to equal negative 7 plus 4, or y is going to equal negative 3. Which means our solution for this system is at negative 7/2, comma, negative 3. Okay. The next thing we looked at was slope-intercept form. So we had two equations, like y equals 2x plus 4 and y equals, we'll say, x minus 8. So again, we didn't just have a plug-in here, so we just set them both as equal again. So we had x minus 8 is equal to 2x plus 4. And what that allowed us to do would be then add 8 to both sides, and we'd get 12. 2x plus 12 is equal to x. Then we're going to subtract 2x from both sides. That goes away. Now I have negative x is equal to 12, so x is equal to negative 12 after I divide both sides by negative 1. Okay, so that was an easy way of doing it, and then what we ended up doing was plugging x back into this equation. So to do that, we would just take one of our equations. I would take this equation because there's just one x variable, so there's no other equations to do, so I'm just going to go negative 12 minus 8, and I would get y is equal to negative 20, which means my solution to that equation is when x is negative 12 and y is negative 20. And I'd be done. Okay? The only other thing we've talked about was, what if they're both in standard form? So let's just say we had something like, let's just pretend we had something like 2x plus y equals 16, and let's say we had negative 4x plus y is equal to 4. So we had those two equations, they're both in standard form. So what I would need to do is put one of those into slope-intercept form. I'm going to choose this one, but it doesn't matter which one you do. You'll get the same answer regardless, but I'm choosing this one because I know this would allow me to add 4x to both sides instead of dealing with negative. So I'm going to go 4x plus y is equal to 4, negative 4x, so I'm going to add 4x to both sides. That goes away, and my slope-intercept form now is y is equal to 4x plus 4. Now that I have that, I'm just going to take this value and I'm going to plug it into the y value of my other equation. So I'm going to have 2x plus parentheses 4x plus 4 parentheses is equal to 4. Now I'm going to solve this out. I can drop my parentheses, so I'm going to go 2x plus 4x plus 4 is equal to 4. Okay, to get x by itself, I need to subtract. I'm going to combine these two terms first. I'm going to have 6x plus 4 is equal to 4. Then I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. That goes away. This is 0. So I have 6x is equal to 0, which means when I divide both sides by 6, I get x is equal to 0. That's okay to have x equal to 0, because now I'm just going to come in, I'm going to plug it right back into my equation, which is, here we're going to go negative 4 parentheses 0 plus y is equal to 4. So this is going to be 0 plus y is equal to 4. So y is going to be equal to 4. So my solution to that equation is going to be the point where x is 0 and y is 4. That's going to be my answer. So there's a quick walkthrough of the three things. I go ahead and take some time and get this all in the screen for you as much as I possibly can. Okay, go ahead and take your time. Make sure you get some of these notes down on your note packet. You'll be turning that in tomorrow when you're finished with the test. And we'll be tested on solving systems using substitution tomorrow. So make sure you get lots of practice in today and be ready to go for the test. Perfect. And also have a walkthrough right after this.